Go. Hi, Jonathan and Amelia. This is Grandma. We're going to read a book today. The book we're going to read is Give Bees a Chance. And we have Chloe, Chappie, Tinkerbell, DOG, and Kristen all listening to the book today. So I'm going to set up the book so you can see it. And this is in honor of all our treks outside this summer to see all sorts of things. So it says, Give Bees a Chance. There you go. And the first thing it has is this official bee test. What do you see? What do you do when you see one of these? Do you A, flap your arms and run in figure eights? B, dash inside and lock all the doors and windows? C, pull out your industrial-sized can of bug spray and aim for the stripes? D, hold out your honey bear-shaped bow and give thanks? If you choose A, B, or C, then this book is for you. If you choose D, buy this book for your bee-phobic friends. It says, Give Bees a Chance. And here we have all sorts of bees. We have a squash bee, builds nests underground. Sweat bee, collects salt from human and animal sweat. Mining bee, digs tunnels in the earth. Southeastern blueberry bee, holds on to flowers and vibrates wings to shake out the pollen. We have over here on the next page, the wool carder bee collects fuzzy fibers from plants to line its nest. The cellophane bee lives under a ground nest with it lines its underground nest with a secretion that dries to look like cellophane. That's why they call it the cellophane bee. European honeybee, world's most common honeybee. And then common bumblebee is a master of tomato pollination. And we all love tomatoes. Here we go. Give Bees a Chance. Words and Pictures by Bethany Barton. This is my best buddy Edgar. We love all the same things, like board games and dinosaurs and strawberries and honey. And, of course, bees, except that I don't really like bees. Sure you do. Didn't I tell you there are about 25,000 different kinds of bees to love? European honeybee, leafcutter bee, your eastern carpenter bee, southeastern blueberry bee, squash bee, mining bee, yellow-faced bee, horn-faced bee, cellophane bee, metallic green bee, cuckoo bee, wool carder bee, sweat bee, common bumblebee. Maybe. And then I told you all about the 3 types of honeybees. Queens, large fertile female job, and makes all the baby bees, just 1 per hive. Drones, large males with no stinger. Their job is to find a queen to mate with, 300 to 500 per hive. And workers, small, sterile females with stingers, job. Everything else, they gather nectar, pollen, and water, make honey, feed baby bees, the larvae, build and protect the hive, make royal jelly to feed the queen, and more. 30 to 80,000 per hive. Get them away from me. Blow gently on bees to make them scatter. Phew, thanks. Like I was saying, I don't like bees, but why? Mostly because of their stingers and attached venom sacs, which are the cause of painful bee stings. That part you told me last week. Last Sunday, Edgar, brave tears, the ouch, super mean bee, stinger. But that was just 1 bee. Couldn't you still give bees a chance? Maybe I just need to remind you how weird and cool honeybee anatomy is. 5 eyes, 3 tiny simple one-lens eyes called ocelli, 2 large compound eyes with thousands of lenses, 2 stomachs, honey stomach or crop for turning nectar into honey, bee stomach for digesting nectar. 4 wings lock together for flying, then come apart for easy storage. 6 legs complete with pollen basket, an area on the hind legs that can store almost 1,000,000 grains of pollen. Stinger, ouch. Maybe you just need some time to get to know them. How about millions of years? You know, bees lived with dinosaurs. Scientists have found bee fossils from 1,000,000 years ago. And even ancient Egyptians kept bees. Hieroglyphic symbol for bee. In fact, honey from bees was found in Egyptian tombs, and it was still edible. Ooh, honey. Perfect. Maybe you just need some honey. Bees make honey. Why are you telling me all this stuff? So you'll give bees a chance. Once you learn how great they are, you're bound to fall in love with them. Check out how honey is made. A bee gathers nectar from flowers. Nectar goes into a special honey stomach called a crop. Look at this, then we go over to the next page. Contents of the crop are spit up into a new bee's mouth. The new bee breaks down the sugars of the nectar with her own crop. This processed nectar is passed along to several more bees, who each break down the nectar in their crops until it becomes honey. Then the honey gets barfed into a honeycomb cell and fanned by the wings of bees to evaporate moisture. Lastly, it's sealed with beeswax to keep it safe until it's eaten. Did you say barf? He looks a little unsure. Just 1 pound of honey takes 2 million flowers and thousands of bees to create. Ah, too many bees. Blow gently on bees to make them scatter. It looks like I haven't convinced you just yet. Nope, because they're all gonna sting me. Oh well, bees do sting sometimes, but not because they're mean. Stinger stories. Bees only sting to defend themselves. You look delicious. Back off. Or to avoid getting squashed or smashed. In fact, many bees lose their stinger after attacking, which is sort of like your hand disappearing if you pinch your sister. Ooh. Also, wait, what are you wearing? Bee armor. That's not going to work. It was designed for dragons. I think it can handle bees. Well, there is a kind of armor that beekeepers wear, but it looks quite a bit different. It allows them to collect honey and beeswax without getting stung by the startled bees. White color puts bees at ease. Hive boxes with removable frames for bees to build honeycomb in. Veil protects eyes and neck. Suit and gloves cover skin. Beehive frame filled with honeycomb. You know, I love honey, but I'd be willing to give it up forever to never see a bee again. But giving up bees means giving up so much more than just honey. Some scientists say bees are responsible for 1/3 of all the fruits and vegetables we eat. Bees have a big impact on the food chain. You see, in order for plants to grow fruits and vegetables, they need the right ingredients: sun, water, pollen. A major ingredient they need is pollen. But since flowers can't move, they can't always get pollen from each other. I want to make a strawberry, throw me some pollen. I don't have arms. Oops, I think I skipped a page here. Yes. That's where bees fly in. A bee's fuzzy body catches pollen from flowers. Pollen falls into the next flower the bee visits. They act as a pollen delivery service, helping give flowers the ingredients they need. A single bee can visit over 1,000 flowers a day, making bee pollination powers unparalleled, which means without bees there'd be a lot less yummy stuff to eat. And bees are disappearing in large numbers. Bees actually need our help. Missing bee, occupation, pollinator, possible reasons for disappearance. Pesticides, parasites called vermimites, lack of bee-friendly flowers, pollution. Okay, I take it back. I don't want bees gone. I even sort of want to help them, as long as they don't sting me. Planting bee-friendly flowers is a great way to help the bee population. See those cone flowers? We have lots of cone flowers in Grandma's yard. And we have asters, those purple guys. Won't that just attract more bees? Hopefully, yes, but just approach a bee like you would a dog you don't know. Don't get too close and don't try to touch it. Unless you're a flower, it should lose interest and fly away. And if more people like you give bees a chance, well, they just might have a chance to make the world a sweeter place. Now, have I told you how much I love bears? Ooh, that bear looks like he wants a honey. All right, guys. It was nice reading to you, and there's all the puppers. The puppers are all chilling. There's Kristen. And where did Chappie go? Oh, Chappie went over here. Hi there, Chappie. Lots of love. Grandma will read to you later. Thanks.